What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are finally sitting down, taking a look at the Xbox Games Showcase that was a couple weeks ago? Now, geez, my whole time frame is all over the place here. I don't want to do this. I've heard from people that this was really disappointing. I don't know. I guess we can sit here, we can have a rant, and we can bitch about Xbox not doing shit. I think I saw somebody who was excited for this before the showcase went down, and they showed projects that Xbox is working on. And I was all for some of these projects. You know, the sequel to Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I'm not sure what you're going to do with the sequel to that game, but hey, man, I'm on board with it. I love it. I loved Hellblade. So let's see a sequel. New Fable, Starfield. I think they showed Gears 6 as we're excited for this. I'm not excited for Gears 6. Big Gears of War fan, but Gears 5 killed my interest in a Gears 6 because I thought Gears 5 was so terribly done. Started off strong and then quickly went into the toilet. Either way. So what do I think? What have I heard was shown here? I know Alan Wake 2 was shown because a friend of the channel, I believe it was Face for a Skull, told me that was about the only interesting thing that really was shown here. So, I don't have a massive hope for this, but hey, great thing about low expectations, you can be surprised.
Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they
Yep, Fable.
wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm
I thought it looked like Fable, but as soon as you kick a chicken, it's Fable.
To conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, so Fable is coming back. And look, I'm pumped. I love Fable. Ooh, okay, so it looks like we're just seeing games. We don't have to look at Phil Spencer. That's always a plus. Look, man, I like Xbox. I do. I like the company. I think they've made some bad choices. I think a lot of those bad choices have been led by Phil Spencer. That's why he's the guy who gets a lot of my ire. I think he's trying to lead gaming into a really weird space, and I don't like it. Again, the focus on streaming, the focus on community, the focus... Yeah, I think we get enough of the focus on, like, community gaming and everything. You know, everything's got to be multiplayer. Everything's got to be done together. You know my stance. I play video games to get away from people. Don't get me wrong. I like playing online shooters. I like playing, I like playing. Holy shit! I almost said Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six Siege. I like playing online games from time to time, but for the most part, I'm a solo experience guy. Leave me alone and let me play my video games. This is my sense of community, is playing playing games together with you guys. Just giving my opinions and talking and having fun. But I feel like Phil Spencer has been trying to lead us down a dark path, especially with the whole streaming service, Game Pass, which I still don't think is a net positive for the industry. I know people who love Game Pass because of the concept. That's cool, but I don't think it's good for a lot of the companies. I think that has been borne out by a few companies who have. I don't ask me to pull up receipts, but I still remember every so often over the last couple of years, you'll hear some companies saying how they don't like Game Pass. Game Pass isn't really making that much money for Xbox. I don't like it. I do not like it, Sam. I am. Excuse me. Choking. I lost my train of thought. I was originally trying to say that I kind of like that trailer for Fable. I mean, the only problem is we don't know anything. I mean, it was just a CG trailer. Sure, it looked goofy. It looked Fable-y. I just don't know what the hell what I'm supposed to expect out of that. Is it gonna? I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a soft reboot. It's gonna not mention anything about Fables 1 to 3 or that. I can't remember. Did that shitty multiplayer game ever come to fruition, or was that just talked about? I cannot remember. No, I think that came out. I never played it. I mean, that's why I don't remember it. But I feel like it's just they're gonna try and soft reboot Fable. There we go. And I'm sure I'll play it. I'm on board. I'm up for a new Fable game. I liked Fables 2 and 3. I like Fable 1, 2, 3. I love the trilogy. And that was all the Fable games. All of them. But yeah, I just don't know what to expect out of a CG trailer like that.
World premiere.
If you're seeing this whole thing, you're seeing it say like 2 hours. No, it's not going to be 2 hours. This is the showcase plus the Starfield Direct, so it's really probably only an hour, and then, it cuts.
Death don't have no mercy in this land. Death don't have no mercy in this land. He'll come to your house and it won't stay long. You look in the bed and somebody'll be gone. Death don't have no mercy in this land.
Shaking bones. Been a while. So, you remember that favor you owe me? I'm looking for a creature. Huge, sneaky, teeth like knives.
I'm loving his design. That art style is dope.
No? Well, hey, how about you guys?
Plus some old school blues is always nice.
No? Nobody? Not helpful. Mm-hmm. Sneaky.
Well, they come to your house and it won't stay long. Well, you look in the bed and somebody'll be gone.
South of Midnight.
Death won't give you time to get ready.
Hey. Compulsion Games. I know that studio. looks cool. I'm curious as to what kind of game it is, which again is another big issue with stuff like this, but cool. That's why I'm generally not a fan of stuff like this that only shows trailers. I mean, if you're going to show me a trailer, show me a trailer that involves some gameplay. That was what I liked about the Sony showcase from not too long ago. It actually, they were showing trailers, but a lot of the trailers weren't just CG trailers. We actually got some gameplay in the trailers. You know, it was actually more of a hype reel than anything else.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire,
Ooh, I've heard about this.
they're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates.
Okay, so I'm looking. I'm sorry. This is off of what I said by Compulsion Games, Canadian video game developer, studio of Xbox, based in Montreal, established in 2009. Ex-Arcane studio developer, Guillaume Provost. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly. They did the 2013 puzzle platform game Contrast and the 2018 survival horror game We Happy Few. So, okay. I thought the name sounded familiar. Now, on to this, the Star Wars game. Now, look, I'm interested in this. Supposedly it's an open world Star Wars game where we're not playing as Jedi. It looks like it's finally happening. Granted, I really wanted to play the one that Amy Hennig was supposedly working on, but whatever. Not sure why this is being shown at the Xbox showcase when this is a Ubi game, as far as I can tell, but okay.
If I want to survive, I have to play their game.
Aw.
Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think poker works that way. I don't think you can just, yank a whole bunch of chips out of the pot. Just saying.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Okay, so it looks like we're doing a heist or something. Which, okay, cool, space heist. I love me some Star Wars. It's not one of those that you put Star Wars on anything and that it's an instant play for me. But hey, man, I'm always willing to take a look at a Star Wars project. My biggest concern is it's Ubisoft, which really makes me sad. I always say this. If anybody's watched the channel for long enough, you've seen my slowly building displeasure with Ubisoft. They used to be my favorite studio. I loved Assassin's Creed way back in the day. And Ubisoft, I love their games because I loved what they did with open worlds, how they felt big and open, but it also gave you direction with stuff to do on the maps and everything. but slowly every game became the same. I was fine with them borrowing ideas from other games to use in their other projects. That was cool, but it slowly became that every Ubisoft game really just kind of became the same. And I slowly lost interest in the studio, sadly. So this really worries me of what we're going to see out of this project, but hey man, I'm on board. Well, I'll play it. Okay, next year. Really? Is it going to be an exclusive? Okay, yeah, we're going to take a look at the Ubisoft Forward, by the way, so we'll see some gameplay of it.
Wow. Fable, South
Oh,
Midnight,
goody.
Star Wars Outlaws. Welcome to our first ever double feature, the Xbox Game Showcase, followed by a deep dive into one of the most important RPGs ever made, Starfield. Gaming is the most powerful of all entertainment. It transports, it challenges, it connects us, and it's just incredibly and awesomely fun. That is why Team Xbox is committed to building the greatest place to...
Oh my god, shut up. Outlaws is coming to all platforms. Ugh. I don't know what it is about Xbox. It always feels overly scripted. And I know Todd Howard was scripted when he did the thing in the Starfield Direct. I know Andrew House and all the people at Sony are scripted when they're doing their thing. But there's something about the way that Xbox does this over. We're so excited about everything, and it's the biggest game ever. It just sounds so fake to me. It feels so hollow and soulless, and I hate you.
To play. By partnering with the most ambitious of game creators and by unleashing the power of the gaming community, enabling all of us to play the games we want with our friends anywhere, from mobile devices to PCs to consoles. The lineup we have for you today is just incredible.
What's with this weird hand thing she's doing? Point, open hand, something. But you're.
We made this show for you. The largest, most engaged, and globally diverse fan base.
Oh, fuck off. God, that annoys me. I hate it. I hate that. Where to start? Like I said, I know I'm taking too much time to focus on a scripted little interlude, but I hate it. Like I said, it seems fake. She's speaking so slowly and like this. Again, you can't... I'm sorry, lady, but you shouldn't be doing this job. You're not good at it. You need somebody who can either read it in a way that feels real or has some charisma, but you just sound like I was paid to read from this script. And this weird gripping hand gesture that looks like I'm tweaking your nipples is really odd. Again, open hand, move it a little bit, but you've held your hands out like this within this gesture this whole time. It looks nervous. It looks like a soothing thing that it makes you feel better. Like I'm engaging with you. Again, I talk with my hands a lot. I do hand gestures and everything. You can do something more with it. It again, it's what makes it feel scripted and robotic. You feel like big corporation talking to me instead of I know you're big corporation talking to me. At least have a conversation. I don't. It really frustrates me. And look, I've always said it. I hate the whole thing that we have to be diverse. We have to be. We're such a big diverse thing, and that's a good thing. Fuck off. I'm not saying, look, the only, I don't care. I don't care about your sexuality. I don't care about your race. I don't care about anything. Do you like video games? Cool. Let's talk about video games. That's all that matters. I I really hate this push for we have to, it's diversity's fine. Like I said, you want to bring more people into gaming, you want to bring more whatever, fine, awesome. But it's this constant need that we have to mention, oh, look how diverse we are, and pat ourselves on the back, and it feels, again, it just feels fake. I hate it.
In Xbox history. You are the heart and soul of Xbox. Your passion drives us, and you are the inspiration for the visionaries whose games we showcase today. From me and all of the team at Xbox, thank you.
Look at this face. Is this a face that says drive and your heart matters? As you can see the teleprompter in her eyes.
This next game is from Thunder Lotus, the award-winning
Turn to my mark.
Who've gone back to their combat roots with an amazing co-op raid-focused action game that is.
Oh my God! Open your hands, lady.
All right, everybody, it's time.
She didn't once open her hands, and I know I keep focusing on that. It's just weird. Oh my God. While this is playing, and with that Star Wars Outlaws thing, I've never understood it why studios do this when they're, like when we're doing an Xbox showcase or a PlayStation showcase. When something's coming out, it's like coming available on PlayStation. Well, obviously, I'm watching a PlayStation showcase. It's like available on Xbox. Like, well, of course, I'm watching an Xbox showcase. I shouldn't have to Google and see if it's on everything. Just show me what platforms it's going to be available on. It's really weird to me. It's, to be fair, that's not Xbox just... No, everyone does this. I've always thought it was weird. 33 player... That's a really odd number. I mean, literally, it's an odd number, but... Did anyone learn anything from that trailer? Anybody excited? People like me went meh. This is kind of the problem with Xbox when they've bought so many flippin' studios. It's just there's
nothing to it.
To me, it doesn't feel like Xbox is trying to make every project they make good. It feels like Xbox's theory was, let's buy a shitload of studios, let them do whatever the hell they want, and maybe some of them are going to be good. Well, I think like Sony takes a much more... I don't want to say a curated approach, but they want projects that are... You know what I mean? They're going to put their time into projects that are going to be good. They don't want all these studios that are just going to come up with just shovelware. I don't know. It's just how it feels to me whenever I see that Xbox has bought so many studios. And again, it's always been my question. You buy all these studios, what the fuck has that accomplished you at? Sorry. Again, I'm not trying to be this sullen. Just so happens that I am.
Everybody hit the floor.
Wow, this is really interesting watching people play Payday in a way that looks strategic. Oh, there we go. That's how people play Payday. Have you watched people play Payday? Like, I've seen people roleplay and actually try and play Payday like you're actually performing a heist. It's really cool. And then you see the people who play Payday and it's like, all right, go in and we're just shooting everybody right away. It's like it's not even an attempt at like a heist. It always makes me laugh. Ooh, we will not be playing this on the channel.
World premiere.
I mean, why show a... I'm gonna Google this. Why show a Payday thing on... Wait a minute, what? Oh, right. I know what this is. And I am all for this. I am all for this. This is they're full-blown remaking Persona 3. It looks like I believe this is going to be done in the it's going to be done in the engine of Persona 5, which I'm all for. Look, man, Persona 3 was the thing that made me fall in love in the first place. I loved Persona 3. I'm really hoping that they're doing they're doing the FES version. If they're gonna, well, I mean, they're remaking it, so I guess it's its own thing. But I mean, there was a whole 30-hour story tacked on to the 80-hour experience that was Persona 3 back in the PS2 generation. I loved Persona FES. I mean, again, this is... Why is this in an Xbox showcase? Give me a second, I'm Googling some stuff. Okay, first off, Payday 3... Yeah, I don't care. I want to see platforms. It's coming out on PS5. Why is this on an Xbox showcase? It's coming to PS5. Why? Oh my god. Well, I mean, obviously the Persona game's coming to PS5, but I thought I'd Google it. Look, first off, I'm playing it on PS5. There's no way I'm playing Persona on anything other than a PlayStation. Maybe the Switch, because so I can take it on the go. But I'm not playing Persona on an Xbox. What the fuck, Xbox? You want to come up with something? So far, the biggest... About half of the showcase is not Xbox exclusives. What is the point of this? It's so weird. It's almost like you don't have enough to make a showcase of all your own shit. And again, notice how it's all 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024. I'm looking for something coming out this year. Like that was the cool thing again about the Sony showcase. It was this year or 2024. You know, they balanced it. This I'm lost, man. I'm fucking lost.
People don't like you very much.
Oh, it's the new Elder Scrolls. Okay. Or is this Elder Scrolls Online?
Sent here to the living lands by an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself. To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us. The way you fight,
power you wield, the secrets you keep, you're either here to save us or destroy us. So now that you have
Hell is this? I was guessing Elder Scrolls, so I don't think it is. I just know we have another Elder Scrolls game on the way, so that's why I assumed. I'm curious. Just because of I'm How bad is it that during your showcase I have to Google the game to see if it is okay, this one looks like an Xbox exclusive. How bad is that I have to Google your fucking games to see if you're an exclusive? I mean, and also, how funny is it that it seems like Xbox, which is always trying to do this whole, oh, we don't think there should be exclusives. Sony's being so mean and not doing crossplay with us, and we should all be gaming together, and there should be no exclusives, and everything should be streaming, and it should be this and this and this, but it should also all be run through us. There should be no exclusive because there should be only Xbox, and how fucking terrifying is that world? But it's funny that that's always the vibe I'm getting from Xbox. Yet they're not showing. Yet the last two games they weren't showing that it was also available on other platforms. And yes, I understand. You can say, well, they shouldn't have to. It's their showcase. Sure. I mean, I think all studios should, or anyone who's doing a showcase, if it's available on whatever platforms. Let me know what all platforms it's available on. But that's beside the point. But if you're going to have this viewpoint that it seems like Xbox has always been pushing we're not going to have a console war whole thing, well then fine. Then tell me what all it's on. It frustrates me that it seems like they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. Sony is pretty obvious. We're competitors. It's what we do. That's part of the whole, it's kind of the whole point of business. And I'm fine with that, because Sony's at least feels honest about it. What? Oh my god. They aren't doing what I think they're gonna do. No.
Welcome to the Scum Bar, the most notorious tavern on Melee Island. Wall-to-wall rogues and scoundrels.
So tell me, which ship is right for you? A big ship? A luxury ship? A ship with just a splash of je ne sais quoi?
The legend of Monkey Island. You mean Governor Guybrush. But Threepwood's not set foot out of that mansion for almost a year.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I told you no autographs.
Which Guybrush? Is this the real Guybrush? Or, wait a minute. I've got a few questions here. So does that mean, which Guybrush are we doing? Are we doing, so what? Because I know, was it Monkey Island 2, was it, that ended, and that Guybrush and LeChuck were both, were two brothers playing pirates in the basement of an amusement park, if anybody remembers that. And then Monkey Island 3 came in and completely just didn't even acknowledge that and just kept going. So is this Monkey Island off the Monkey Island 2 theory? So Sea of Thieves takes place within the imagination of two young boys playing in an amusement park? Also, as soon as I saw that LucasArts and everything, I was like, what the hell is going to be rare in LucasArts? Like, what Star Wars thing are they going to do? And then I saw Sea of Thieves, and immediately my brain went, Oh god, they're gonna bastardize the point and click shit, aren't they? Oh god, it's gonna be Monkey Island.
So I see you have a meet and greet ticket.
Well, we gotta find some way to make people play Sea of Thieves.
Pirate Guybrush Threepwood, the legend of Monkey Island.
LeChuck has turned the memories of this island into a prison for Guybrush.
Well, well, what do we have here?
You need these.
Things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves you know.
Dude, have anybody seen the, all those AI conversations between Obama, Biden, and Trump? One of the funniest ones, in my opinion, was all of them playing Sea of Thieves. Oh my god, it was hilarious. You know, like I said, though, I mean, you got to find some way to make people play Sea of Thieves, I guess. Sobo Studios. Oh, okay. Hey, check it out. It's current day California. Someone's gonna tell me that's mean. Okay, if I can like create a business and do all these things, and like there are like missions and jobs and stuff like that, I'm actually on board with that game, because I love stuff like Mud Runner and Snow Runner. I got really into for a little bit. Like, I love weird sim games, where it's just manage like a little business and take on jobs, House Flipper, shit like that. I'd play it if it's that. Everything that I can tell about Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's just fly planes and look at the pretty scenery. I've never really been into that. But if they're adding some sort of like career mode where you actually have some job as a pilot, so you have to do all these different things, I'm on board. On board. I'll play it. Maybe not on the channel, but I'll play it. Oh, hey, check it out. It's a... I was about to say it's a futuristic helicopter, but it's like a bee. Why does this remind me of Dune? I don't think it's Dune. Wait, maybe it is. Yeah, it is Dune. Hey, check me out. Look at me recognizing stuff.
Hi, Melina here, speaking to you from our performance capture stage at Ninja Theory, where we have just wrapped our shoots for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. When we first showed gameplay for Hellblade 2, it was a look at some of the game's cinematic and immersive action, where Senua faced off against a gigantic troll on the Icelandic coastline. Today, we're taking you deeper into Senua's story, her personal quest, her unique perspective on the world, and the intimate journey that awaits you in Senua's Saga. What you'll see today is all captured by the team on Xbox Series X.
Okay, a couple things. First off, she gets a pass for sounding a little robotic because I think she's not speaking in her first language. I think Ninja Theory, I want to say they're Norwegian, maybe Swedish. I'm sorry, I can't peg that accent exactly. So I'm going to guess that English is most likely a second language. So it comes off a little more robotic sounding. Just saying. What was the other things I wanted to joke about? Right, I'm just saying that as a comparison to the original lady. I don't think she has any excuse. No, look, I loved Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It does make me ask a question. Wait a minute, so all the monsters and everything are real? I thought the whole thing was inside her head because she was fighting essentially schizophrenia. I'm very curious as to what direction they're going with this. I don't remember them showing anything, like any actual gameplay for this Hellblade.
She can feel them slipping through her soul, following the threads of her mind. She's here to find them, the ones who hide. She needs their help with a promise, a question. But it's never so simple, is it? Wisdom has a price. There's always a part of you that changes. A part of you that darkens. And a part of you that dies. Over there.
You know, in a weird way, I'm curious to know what they're going to price this game at. Because one of the cool things about Senua's Sacrifice was that it was priced at essentially half of what a PS4 game was at the time. And then they dropped an absolute banger.
They can see us. What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen? It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find out. What are they waiting for? Senua, what are you waiting for? I'm here. Watching. More than one. Where are they?
Where are you?
What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared. This is too mad. Their eyes everywhere. Can feel them boring into her. Witch. What is she supposed to do? Do something. Ask them.
What do you want me to do?
No, Mad Woman is about correct. I mean,
Our souls fought through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore.
not the kindest way to phrase it, but I mean,
What we will find. What if it's all for nothing? What is that? There. They are waiting. There. It's them. It's you. What will they do to her? What will we do to us? Touch it. voices. All the parts of you that are broken. You can be whole. All the grief, all the rage, all the fear. Everything I've seen, everything I've done has led me to this place. We've come so far, not far enough. Say it. You are ready. Tell them. I am here. Now. What if we get lost forever? What will happen to them? What will happen to you? I will not let them down. She is ready. They know. Go.
Who are these around you, Senua? Those you have saved, or those you led to death?
Another 2024. Are you doing anything this year, Xbox? I'm just curious. Alright, guys. Final thoughts, because I think we're going to leave it here and do a part 2 tomorrow. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm now that I think about it, I said part. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Hellblade sequel. Jeez, I don't know what to expect, because I don't know where they're going to take the Hellblade story and move on from the previous game. Again, I don't know how they're going to be doing the whole Norse god thing, because again, I thought it was established that it was all within her own mind, her own way of essentially processing the grief of the death of her lover and everything. Again, man, Hellblade was a fucking trip, and I loved it. The sound design is so important, again, because you're hearing the voices in her head and everything speaking to her, and it sounds like whispers, and they're coming from all directions. It's really cool. I'm so curious as to what they're going to do with this game. I'm pumped for it. I'm very pumped for a Hellblade sequel, and that did not do anything to get rid of my pumpness, if that makes that makes any sense. Okay. Like I said, we're going to pick this up at a later date. I did say tomorrow, but now that I remember it, I do have a blood test that I have to go take in the morning. So I'm going to try and get some stuff for tomorrow done tonight. And the second part of this is probably going to be the lowest thing on the totem pole. So it might be tomorrow. It might be the day after tomorrow. I do not know. Essentially, I'm just trying to get as much done for tomorrow as I can today, because I don't know how I'm going to be tomorrow. All I know is like tonight at like 10 o'clock, I'm not allowed to eat or drink after 10 o'clock tonight. Because I have my blood test at like 10 in the morning tomorrow. Sometimes, like, I've had blood tests and I've been perfectly fine the entire day, and then I've had them and I've had headaches and I've just not felt good that day. So I don't know, but that's all for the future. Thanks. And if anybody's curious, no, don't worry, it's not for anything serious. It's just a checkup, general shit. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Tell me what your thoughts are so far. I mean, I'm thoroughly unimpressed for this. I mean, the games that I've had the most interest in were games that I'm probably going to play on PS5, and I'm really unimpressed with the lineup that we've seen so far. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you all in the next one. But until then, guys, I'm out.